From the Bob Mills Weather Center, the Oklahoma weather expert, Travis Meyer.
Finally, we're back at schools. We had the opportunity to go to Monte Casino today. Meteorologist Station Knight, myself, we're at Mrs. Heisinga's class and multiple classes around. And we had the opportunity to talk about weather as we start again our wild weather shows for the kids. And so we'll be going to some schools. Just glad the seasons have changed a little bit. Speaking of which, we're still looking at some good weather for the most part for our weekend events, but you're going to have to hang on or carry a bowling ball around with you because it is going to be windy. If you're at the Jinx Herb and Plant Festival, you might say, look at this plant I just bought, and then it just blows away and goes down a block or something, and you have to go find it. But that's the case because we're going to have some really strong winds. Have Braggs also from Broken Arrow and extending to Grove with Earth Day celebrations going on tomorrow. So again, a lot of fun events. It's just going to be very windy. It's a massive storm system out to the west, just rotating right in here across Utah, and that is just spilling into the central plains where it's running into moisture. And it's interesting, a lot of these storms are basically headed north-northeast. That's what you see in those green areas right in there. And we have a lot of wind to go with that. I mentioned this at 5 o'clock, but we have high wind warnings, 50, 60, 65 miles an hour. This is going to be going on overnight. This is such a massive storm system. Again, wind advisory still 7 o'clock around the Tulsa area, and then we're going to do it again tomorrow with more wind advisories. Right now, high plains severe thunderstorms. We've had reports of baseball-sized hail, and these cells are continuing to move north. They're not really moving east, just slowly, because dry line out there just isn't having a big push eastward. So right now, that's not a factor in our weather until tomorrow night. Upper 70s, low 80s across the area, gusty winds, as I said. And then for tonight through the morning hours, relatively quiet here. There will be some scattered thunderstorms from out west, and just a little bit of energy is going to try to move east towards sunrise. So there could be a few sprinkles across the area, especially north and west of Tulsa. We'll be in the mid to a few upper 60s to start the morning. It would just be windy and warm. And then it's excessively windy through the middle of the day, but no thunderstorms. So if you do have plans tomorrow other than battling the wind, and don't get a sunburn just because there will be some spots where we get some sun. It's very powerful this time of year, and it's deceiving. It'll be quiet, but just late afternoon, we'll start to see some thunderstorms trying to erupt. And as those erupt, we'll start to see similar stories with baseball or large hail potentially. And then also isolated tornado risk, and then some strong damaging winds. And so some of those will be developing and then spreading northeastward, and then additional storms will form near a dry line, and then a cold front's coming in as well. And so that'll all merge and then move across our area from about 10 o'clock to 2 in the morning around Tulsa, and then continue to track southeast through 3 o'clock in the morning. It should weaken as we go southeast and then fall apart by morning. There could be a few remaining sprinkles, drizzle, showers with the north wind here in Tulsa. And then through the daytime hours, the boundaries further south. So it'll be kind of quiet in the middle of the day, but then late afternoon, thunderstorms are coming back up, and we'll have a chance of rain coming back up to near Tulsa. Notice we'll be in the 60s, we'll be in the 70s where the sun is shining. So kind of a very, well, not kind of, a very active weekend, counting the wind for tomorrow, the storms tomorrow night, and then a return chance of storms if you're in southeast Oklahoma as we go on into Sunday late afternoon and early evening. So with that in mind, we'll have to be aware for the potential for large hail, damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes, and that's mainly tomorrow night, and we'll be here watching that with you, and we're going to continue to watch what's going to happen. We do think, though, the highest probability would be for hail and also for winds of 60 miles an hour or more, and a few tornadoes are going to be possible. It's all because of this massive storm system that continues to bump up and come out of Utah, and then that circulation feature is bringing in really cold air, and so blizzard conditions across portions of the Dakotas. It's like still? Yeah, still. And then we're going to have that trailing area of rain and thunderstorms on Sunday with the cold air getting south pretty close to us on Monday. So it'll be a lot cooler, cooler and drier weather, so to speak. So we'll see how that plays out, and then it quiets down for next week. All right, forecast looks like this. Breezy, warm, temperatures in the 70s and only in the mid to upper 60s tomorrow morning. Hang on for dear life tomorrow. Winds will be in the 25 to 40 mile per hour range. Temperatures will be in the 70s by noontime, and then by late afternoon, the threat of thunderstorms trying to develop up northwest and in here tomorrow night. And then it kind of quiets down for a while Monday, Tuesday, and back to a slight chance of storms Thursday and Saturday of next week.